Yo, 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 it's RS,
And it's Dino.
and this is the Slamber Show.
Say you're right, yo, it's Slamber crew. It's not slumber food. So what you wanna do when we come after you?
Slamber, we the Slamber boys.
When we crush your little beat toys.
We don't stop cause we brothers.
It's not slumber food.
What's up, guy? It's been a while.
What's up, Guider?
It's been a few weeks since
Yeah,
we did this.
ever since after Christmas.
After Christmas, yeah, we took a little break, a little family time. But you know what? I've been excited for today's
Me too,
episode.
dude.
I've
Me
been,
too. Why?
Because we have another guest.
A special
Another
guest.
guest today. Yeah, and
Out of our circle.
out of
This
our
is
friend circle.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, first guest out of our friend circle. Very talented dude,
Very
right? Very charismatic dude.
crazy
Very,
lyricist.
crazy lyricist.
Charismatic,
Yeah, so
wow.
that you already know
Yeah.
this guy's musically inclined.
Right, right.
Let's bring him in. We invite in Mr.
Good friend of mine,
Izzle.
Izzle, a.k.a. Ivan.
Ivan.
What's up, brother?
Brother.
Welcome to the show, bro.
Welcome,
This is you
bro.
right here.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here, man.
I'm honored to be
I
here.
love the hat.
Honestly. So do I.
Yeah, how much are we selling these, by the way?
It's not for sale
It's
yet.
a work in progress. This is like the prototypes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just
We're
giving
working on
it,
it.
giving
We'll
out
see.
for free.
Hey, I'm glad to have one of the first ones then. Shoot.
Yeah, there's limited, bro.
Yes.
Limited run.
So today's episode, we have the very talented Izzle.
Izzle.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah.
Really.
Thanks for blessing us with your presence,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
man, I'm so happy to be here. I'm a fan of y'all, first of all.
We're a fan of you, bro. We're a fan of you.
I remember when we did a few pieces at
At my house. in
your
Lathrop,
house
yeah?
in Lathrop, and yeah, it's just been amazing. I think we were saying it earlier. To do anything really in music or in production, like
Anything
you need a
creative, yeah.
team, and I am blessed to know you guys.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. How'd you guys meet, by the way? How do you guys know each other?
Should I tell her, or let me tell my story?
Okay, yeah.
So I was on Spotify, and you know the Discover on Spotify. Well, it just like plays like new music, bro. It had your album.
Wow, bro. You're the algorithm,
and
bro.
we had no.
That's pretty crazy.
We had no relation.
Wow.
That's
Isn't that
pretty
crazy?
Yes.
And then like a day or two, my brother-in-law Polo posted your album on his story, and I messaged him like, "Hey, bro, I just listened to this. This is pretty dope." And then that's when he told me about you.
So you knew of me before?
Before Apollo, yeah.
That is wild.
Your brother-in-law,
Brother-in-law, yeah,
Apollo?
yeah.
Shout
I
out
thought,
Apollo.
yeah,
Shout out, dude.
dude. Yeah, shout out to Apollo. I thought that he introduced you to me. Like, oh, you should meet this guy. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, but before
yeah,
all of that, your album came out on my Discover.
that's wild.
What is that playlist? Is that a playlist?
Yeah,
Like new
yeah.
music.
New
to
music
check out. Yeah.
that you check out. Yeah, yeah.
That is wild.
And I
What
listened to it on
what song was it?
Transition, Prove.
It was my Fil-Am EP.
Oh,
So-
okay.
That one, I hold that dear to my heart because it was basically like a documentary
Uh huh.
of a
Right.
Filipino-American moving to the Philippines and just kind of embracing his culture, which I know RS can really attest
Yeah,
to too.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy to think you and I even came together.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you do have such a similar background
Yeah,
as
right,
far as
right,
like
right.
being here.
And we didn't
going
know each
there.
other's background when that
Yes.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was wild.
So- It was.
It was
Did
wild.
you guys? So wait, you guys hooked up here in the States already?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
So-
so you guys didn't know each other while you guys were in the Philippines.
No. So what happened
okay.
was I was in the Philippines for vacation,
Okay.
and then Apollo, he came out one of the nights I was there. And he's like, "Hey, you should meet my family member. You know my."
Yeah. His brother.
Oh, this is your story. This is your story.
Yes,
Okay.
this is my story.
I didn't know that.
He's
yeah.
like, he lives in Lathrop.
Okay.
I'm like, that's not too far
Yeah,
from
yeah.
where I'm at. Like,
Right.
you know, compared to going
Like
to LA. or
LA,
whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm like, that's not too bad. But you always hear people say that. Like,
Yeah.
oh, my friend does this.
Yeah, yeah, but you don't
My family.
know if it's actually gonna
Yes,
connect. Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I look up RS.
Well,
I'm
RS
like,
has-
okay,
RS has the
RS.
portfolio to prove.
Okay.
Let's go.
I was like, no, this is legit.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
And
yeah,
I felt the same way when I listened to your music. The thing is, because I lived in the Philippines too.
Right.
So whatever he was rapping, I was like, I know that.
Yeah,
I know
really,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, and it's a trip, dude, because there aren't a lot of people that have that story.
Yeah, yeah. Who grew up here,
Yes.
moved to the Philippines.
So for me, it was almost two sides. Like I wanted to talk about that because I wanted other people, other Filipino-Americans, to feel it.
Yeah,
like,
right.
hey, you're not alone in this.
Right.
But at the same time, all of my closest friends from here, they never lived out there.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was just eye opening to all of them. Like, damn, this is pretty dope.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, man.
And Dino he kind of got a glimpse of that.
I did. Because when I was dating my wife, she was still living in the Philippines. So when I was over there, like when I would visit her, RS was there already. So we'd all go
I
with
see.
Chantal.
Yeah.
We're all like still young.
Yeah,
we'd
yeah.
all go out
So
and
you,
stuff.
so you get to see the two worlds. Of
Right.
the
Yes.
Yeah, I saw.
You know, that's all we have to say.
I peeked through the mirror.
Yeah.
Yes.
You see the good part. You see the good.
Oh
part.
yeah.
Exactly. And that's the thing about like living in Manila too. I feel like since it is kind of the epicenter of everything,
Yeah.
like you go out to a club, you go out to eat, like you run
It's
into
up here. It's top
yeah,
notch.
like
bro.
you run into people that are just common folk, and then you run into celebrities like all the time.
Yeah.
It's just
crazy.
normal out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
So yeah, and
And
then I
we-
run into this celebrity, and I'm like, woo,
Celebrity.
all right.
But after that, I did message Apollo. I'm like, what? How do you know this dude? And that's when I think I messaged you. I DM'd you or something.
Yeah.
And
it,
I think from there, yeah.
yeah, it went so well, and then we even did like a little meetup, double date.
That's true.
With Chantal and Bianca,
Livermore,
our
around there,
wives,
yeah. Before
Um,
we created
Cruisin'.
Cruisin'. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and from there we were like, okay,
Yeah,
we
to
can do
meet
this.
each other first.
Yeah,
We literally have the same story, bro. Like
Yes.
we met our wife. We went to the Philippines. We met our wives there and all that stuff.
yeah.
Like me. I didn't go to the Philippines.
Yeah.
My wife was over there. Just minus that one element.
But how did you meet her?
I met her. She went over here for vacation, and then
Okay.
she's actually the niece of my pastor. So I met her at church.
This
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
And followed her to the edge of the earth.
No, that's dope.
Yeah, shout out, mommy.
But where is she from in the Philippines?
She's from
Hello? No.
QC.
Q's.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If I get this wrong, she's gonna kill me.
Is it QC?
I think so.
It's not like-
Antipolo.
Auntie
Is that
Polo.
QC?
Oh, okay.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, that's not too far off.
Yeah,
from the city,
man.
Too.
It's just crazy because we could all relate to that Fil-Am.
Thank you.
Like
thank
Fil-Am, like literally you're American
The
here,
culture.
but you're Filipino somehow,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we have cousins who know nothing about
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
culture.
Same
Why-
with me.
Yeah, they understand it, but they don't know that lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think the good part was like, RS lived in Guadalupe, which is like I had friends there. I had
there, yeah.
teammates
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
You know, it's literally one Jeep from my place.
But we
Oh,
never
really?
connected.
But we never connected.
Bro,
Yeah.
that's the
Like
hood,
Danny
bro.
Boy.
Yeah.
Shout out Danny Boy. Like
That's right. That's right.
My cousin Buds always wanted me and Danny Boy to collab, but it never
That's
happened.
So crazy. That is.
If
so
it did
crazy.
happen, we'd probably meet for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was we're in the hood, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
it's the
I've been-
hood.
Shout out
That's the
San
hood, bro.
Andres Bukid, Santa Ana,
Santa
Guadalupe.
Ana,
Like
Guadalupe.
that's it's
It's the hood. Yeah.
it's the hood. Like people don't. I tell people this all the time. Like I get it. There's a hood here, but
Oh,
the
yeah,
hood
yeah.
in the Philippines,
Oh,
like
yeah, I know.
Escanitas, bro.
woo, oh my.
But you know
goodness.
what? Walking through that hood, if you don't
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like
You
you're
don't
in
feel it,
danger,
yeah.
bro. It's all love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's all love.
As
Yeah.
long as you don't bug anyone.
Oh yeah,
no one's gonna bug you.
Well,
Like,
they
everyone's
know
cool.
when an outsider is, and you know.
Yeah,
you know what I
they
mean?
know, yeah. As long as if you're new, you walk with someone first that's
Yeah.
from there, and then after that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
who
you
you
need
are,
someone to
that's it.
vouch for you.
But if
You're
you're
good.
like new and you're walking around cocky, mayabang.
Oh, dude, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
over.
then
You know
you're a
what I mean?
target.
Yeah, you're a target. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those experiences where it's like, I felt safe because I had a lot of family
Right.
in San Andres, but at the same time, you know, there's danger right there.
It is, yeah.
I remember a couple instances. There was one where women who were like getting home late.
Okay.
Yeah, one got caught up and like they were in a bag, bro. Like
Oh shoot!
chopped up in a bag.
No
I didn't
way,
expect that,
I
bro.
woke up to yelling like
What?
That crazy. Okay.
that crazy. And I remember when my wife Bianca,
But don't scare the fans, bro. Philippines is dope.
No,
Philippines
yeah.
is dope.
so
Philippines
like
is dope.
RS said, there's like two sides because you
Yeah,
can see
yeah.
that out
Yeah.
here.
Right.
And even Bianca, when she told her mom where I live.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, who's this Fil-Am, right? Where
Yeah.
you live?
Yeah.
Oh, San Andres Bukit. She's like,
Hey,
what are you doing out there, dude?
we're the same way, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell a story
Go ahead,
because I lived in the hood too. It was because RS lived in
The
Sembo.
Sembo, yeah.
I lived in the other brown guy across. No, I didn't live there, but
South Sembo, bro.
That's where I say when I visited
Yeah.
when I was dating my wife still. So I remember my wife's not gonna say her name, but my wife's friend was driving me home, right? And so he passed by Surrendra, Market,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then now we're on Pateros, right? So if you know, Pateros is like
Crowded,
it's getting it's grindier
Yeah,
and
it's
grimier,
yeah,
right?
that's
So
right. You get
once
further-
we're in, and she's like, what did she say? She was like, yuck, where are we? And I'm like, keep going.
And that's a Filipino
We're still
local.
out there,
That's
yeah.
a Filipino local, bro.
That's true.
Not even a girl from
I see what you're
here.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's a trip,
crazy.
man. Because they
Yeah.
hear Fil-Am, they're like, oh, this fool probably lives, somewhere
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's
Like, nah.
80%. It's not.
Yeah.
A lot of Fil-Ams who comes to the Philippines to live, we live in the ghetto.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
really do.
Because that's where our family is.
Yeah,
You know?
and we can't
Right.
avoid that. Right?
And then for me, it was just so odd because like one of my friends, close friends, ended up becoming like a really big star there, like huge star.
Who?
I can't
this?
say his name right now.
I
'cause
know,
there's a lot
I know
of-
who you're talking
There's
about.
a
I
lot
know
of
who
stuff going on right now with his.
Oh, it's
Off
great.
camera,
yeah,
what's up?
yeah,
What's up?
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So here I am, like it's in in that EP too, where it's
Yeah.
like I wake up, I'm in the ghetto, and then by nighttime I'm already at like this posh club.
Yeah,
we're at a
High Street
I
or
don't know, like at
something.
a runway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm just like, dude, I'm literally seeing both sides of a country.
Right.
In the same day, bro.
Same day.
Same
yes,
day. Yeah.
Yes. But I loved it, man. The Philippines, like,
Philippines is
seriously.
dope, yeah.
Do not be scared. Just know where you're going. Like,
Yeah.
it's the same
Yeah,
thing here,
yeah.
right? You just don't go to the hoods that
don't
you
be
don't know
dumb.
anybody at.
Don't
yeah.
be dumb. Yeah.
Don't be dumb, but, like...
You could still go to the hood here and still be okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Just don't be dumb.
Depends
yeah.
on the hood.
That's true.
But there's so much in the Philippines.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
just so much beauty there.
Did you start in the Philippines as an artist, or you started here?
Yeah, so, my story's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Can you like tell
Yes,
us your
yeah.
story? How you got into like writing lyrics? Being
So I always wrote, for whatever reason, I would always just write. School, I was never very interested in school, but I always did pretty well.
Me and Dino were. Yeah. Kids do good in school. Okay?
Yeah. So I would be that kid that was just writing or doodling the whole
yeah.
time. Because for whatever reason, it did come fairly easy for me.
Yeah.
So I would always just have these rhymes, dude,
Yeah.
and got into poetry. But I let it go for a long time because basketball that's my family sport.
Yeah.
That's why I went to the Philippines.
Oh,
to play
cool.
ball.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I played for my college, and then when I fractured my ankle, it was my third fracture in my career. Yeah, and during that time, I got back to writing,
Because
and
that's all you could do.
that's all I could do, man. And then
And this was in the Philippines because you got injured.
yeah, in the Philippines, in college, and then my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, she was trying to tell me something. I'm like, hey, can you just leave me alone real quick? Like, I gotta finish this rhyme.
Right, right.
Not
Yeah,
even
yeah.
a song.
Yeah, yeah.
She's like, you're always writing rhymes. Like, why don't you try to make a song?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And how old were you at this time?
Man, I want to say maybe 23, 24.
You started pretty.
Okay. Got
pretty
pretty late into the
Yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like late.
Yeah.
And yeah, I came out with an EP. It was just like a remix of like 10 different songs.
Yeah.
Like a mixtape.
Yeah, a mixtape.
Okay.
I apologize. Yeah. And threw it out there. People were like, man, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then Danny Boy, who became a close friend of mine because of basketball.
Okay.
He's all right in basketball. But he was, let's just messing with you, Danny. But he was already big as an R&B star out there.
In
He
the
was
Philippines,
signed,
yeah, yeah.
He was on TV.
Yeah.
And he said, hey, man, you have really strong lyrics. You're just still monotone because you're so new to this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he gave me this beat. We ended up meeting with this one producer, Flavomadix.
Yeah, yeah.
And
From New York. Is that Q York?
Q York,
Q
yeah.
Okay.
So they're a Fil-Am group that was out there doing it.
Okay.
And yeah, like I came out with this song. I remember him telling me while I was in the booth,
Okay.
yo, you got this. Like, stop being so shy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Like, you got this.
Yeah.
Show that.
Right.
That hit the radio. And from there, it
No
was just like,
way. And which song was that?
I don't feel it.
I don't feel it.
I don't
Okay.
feel
Yeah,
it.
I'll share it too
Okay.
with you guys.
Are you proud of that song?
I am, because it was I had a lot of wordplay in it.
Oh.
Okay.
And at the same time, it was like I got on the radio, dude. It was so
That's,
crazy.
that's big. Yeah, that's
Like,
big.
yeah.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, so
big.
big shout out to Danny Boy. I show him love every time I have an interview, because he really did kind of push my
guide
career.
you
Yeah.
to that direction.
And he was he was the only person I knew that was in my group of friends that had a kid at the time.
Okay.
So even when my wife got pregnant,
Yeah.
he was kind of that dude that I was really going to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
help. Yeah, so
Okay.
shout out to Danny Boy.
Nice. Shout out Danny Boy. Like, yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, I didn't really check out your music until very recently. Because remember when we met, you know, like I checked out a few songs. I'm like, this guy's cool, but like I didn't really follow up on that. But once RS, I'm like, all right, we got Izzle who's gonna go on the podcast.
You gotta
check
do
out his music.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just went through your whole Spotify, and bro, I became a fan like pretty
Yeah,
much overnight.
let's go.
Thank
Let's
you.
go.
bro.
Because
Thank you.
Let me just gush over you right now, because
Oh, dude,
let's do it.
because you know, like
You're an
I,
MC
I
too.
wouldn't
yeah.
even say like I had a career at rap. Like during the few years where I dabbled in rap, I feel like a kinship between other MCs.
yeah.
You
Got
feel
you.
that, you know, you
Yeah.
feel that like a certain camaraderie in
sure.
a way, you know, with other people who make music like that. And can I just say, like, I think you're one of the most like at least with the, you know, with your songs right now, authentic. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
That's
And it might be because like I found out that you just started making music at 22. That's pretty mature.
That's
in
pretty-
age,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So because
true.
we started making
Yeah,
music
it is.
We did,
young,
like,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So what did we do? Like
we
you know,
rhyme big, dig.
Oh, I see what
Not
you're
even
saying.
that, bro.
like nursery rhymes.
Not even that. Like even our topics were like
Oh, I see.
were what we were inspired by, like DMX,
Bone
like
Thugs.
Bone Thug. We'd rap about shooting people, and we never, you know,
Yeah, I get you.
We weren't
was,
gangsters,
Everything
yeah.
was crap.
Yeah,
But
you
that's
know what I mean?
all. That's all you're hearing,
Right,
right?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what you're.
So we
feeling,
thought
yeah.
that was what we're supposed to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, like when I heard Izzle's rap, I'm like, this guy is just rapping about like his experiences,
his life,
rapping about his like like you even had a song with self affirmations in it, chop chop.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, this is sick,
There,
bro.
there you go.
Thank
Yeah,
you, bro.
yeah,
No,
this is sick.
seriously,
I'm like,
thank
this
you.
is dope,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So like,
Thank
I
you
think
so
like
much.
you're the most like authentic. You know what I mean?
Oh, I appreciate that.
And
man.
you know, like I listen to the other songs. I'm like, this guy has style. So I mean, like, bro, like it was cool, man. Like I became a fan overnight.
So you guys check out Izzle,
Check out
man.
Izzle's,
And he's gonna give us
page
a
on
performance
Spotify.
later. So he's
Yeah,
gonna give us a
check it out.
performance later.
No, thank you so much. And honestly, bro, like, yeah, that's kind of how I started. Was my first 10 songs. I've always kind of had a variety with like
Right.
the topics I hit.
Right.
But I had a lot of stuff too where I was like, I wasn't talking about shooting anybody, but I was definitely a lot cockier.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Almost like you know, like
Yeah.
you're trying to get that bravado.
You
up,
kind of have to feel yourself.
You do.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? Because if you don't, why do it?
It's true,
You
dude.
know what I mean?
There's I don't know if you know MRS. I think we talked about him before, but one of Francis Magalona, one of his producers, he's the one who actually produced
The
that
album.
whole album. Yeah, Crizzo.
He's good, bro.
Yeah, and
He's
I
good.
remember seeing one. It wasn't even directed towards me, but I remember just following him, and he said something like, "Hey, you rappers, like, when you get on that mic, like, we need you to be cocky. Like, you have to have that arrogance."
You
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of have to.
And I'm like, dude, yeah, it was
Yeah.
kind of a wake up call for me.
Yeah.
Like, stop. But at the
what's
same
up,
time,
man.
I'm not, talking about my money or clothes.
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You just kind of have to have that.
Me and Dino did that.
Everybody kind of talks about it, so you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, don't worry, dude. I have
yeah.
some stuff that's not on Spotify.
Let's play those songs.
yeah.
So give me like your top biggest influences in music. Like, give me some names, local, Filipino, or whoever.
Man, when I first started, J. Cole, Drake,
Okay.
Kanye. I'm a
Wow.
big like early Kanye.
Oh,
fan.
Kanye was good in the beginning. Yeah.
So that just shows the
The
age
age
the age
Yes.
gap that we have here. Because that was the next
Next
era.
level, yeah.
That's
like
true.
that from the Biggie and the Pac and the Nas. That's when
Got
we
you,
grew
got
up.
you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am a big Nas fan. What I
Nas is
take from
good.
Nas
Yeah.
is his storytelling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I really I love to dissect songs, especially lyricists. Like
Yeah.
it just boggles my mind. That's why I like battle rap too.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But with Nas, he's not just telling a story; it's how he details specific things that you'll see, hear,
Yeah,
smell.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Brings you into the life he was living.
yeah.
That's
Right.
what I love. So I still don't feel like that's something I've touched on, but definitely a lot of Nas, a lot of Drake. Only because his early stuff was very easy to comprehend.
Yeah.
Right.
4 bar setup, 4 bar
Yeah.
setup, 4 bar setup. That's how I started. J. Cole was big, and Big Sean, man. Like
That's
Big
true.
Sean, yeah.
I want to say, out of all of them right now, he's kind of the one where I'm like, man, that's kind of where I'm at. Like
Yeah.
he makes music that could be in the club,
Yeah.
but he has so much music that's just like self affirmation.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's relatable.
Your
too.
mental,
Yeah.
relatable. I think you and I
Remember-
Yes.
Remember
yes.
what Glock 9 said?
Man,
What did he say? What did Glock 9
I
say?
think I made a video I made a beat making video on top of your acapella.
That's right.
And
That's
then
right.
Glock 9 commented saying, "This guy's like Big Sean." Yeah,
Oh,
that's the biggest
shoot.
compliment,
And I
and
was
that's
like,
his
wow,
like
bro.
hero.
Yeah.
Dude.
And
You're
that's
like,
how
"Yeah."
we came out with Chop Chop. And Chop
man.
Chop came to me because I listened. If you listen to Detroit 2, Big Sean's album, bro, that whole album is about spirituality, his mentality, growth.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that kind of pushed me to do Chop Chop. And then this dude, like, just brought it to a whole nother level.
Wow. Let's play it for the outro.
Yeah, we'll play that for the outro.
No, but really quick, like, I don't want to just talk about myself. This guy, RS, seriously, I owe you a lot because before Cruising, I want to say my music was very, like rap, like hip hop, but you opened my...
Because I'm pop, bro. You know that, right?
Yeah,
I'm
do,
a pop
I do.
kind of guy.
But when he sent me that Cruising beat,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, bro, let's go.
Yeah.
And then I came out with, like, I had the melody already and
Yeah.
the lyrics, but then when RS actually sang it,
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, this
Bro,
is
so
so
those
different.
lyrics weren't made for that beat?
Oh, yeah.
For Cruising it was.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But it sounded different.
Yeah,
Like, I
okay.
still have the early versions of that.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I have the demo of you singing the chorus. Because
man,
he sent me
yeah.
a recording of the chorus. Like, can you
That's
do it
right.
like this?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you guys had a music video for that
Yeah.
too, man.
Dude, that's
that was
what's
hot,
up.
bro.
I know. Yeah.
That was fun, man.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun. He definitely opened up my genre. Like, I feel like I could do any genre right now.
That's cool, man.
Just
And
like
that's
Drake.
'cause
He's
of
pop,
this
right?
to,
dude.
survive,
Drake
to,
is pop.
survive in the music industry, you got to evolve.
do.
Yeah, you
right?
gotta
You can't
evolve,
just
yeah.
stay in your era.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You know?
Even your flow. Like,
Yeah,
you
it
have
does.
to be able to, like, go up
Adapt
tempo.
to
Adapt.
Yeah.
like the modern style too.
Exactly.
Or else
So-
we be rapping like, it's in the hip. You know, we still be rapping like that
Yeah,
until
that's
this
right. Yeah,
until
yeah.
this day, you know what I mean?
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
How about for you guys? Like, I know you guys are both into music. Who are your influences?
We're old, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I think I kind of mentioned it a few episodes ago, but like I was really into like DMX, his like aggressive style. Rest in peace.
That's why he named his son X.
There you go.
And like Eminem, his wordplay,
Eminem, yeah.
like on another level. Even until this day.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even like Killshot, his
Still
diss track to
killing
like
people.
MGK. I still get that on repeat
Yeah.
sometimes, bro.
Yeah,
It gets me
yeah.
hype, bro.
Respect, yeah.
You know,
No,
so
I
like
agree.
even like that, like DMX, Bone Thugs.
Bone
and
Thugs,
that's-
yeah.
So that really shows like the era. Like I would say the golden age,
yeah,
of
of
hip-hop,
our age, yeah.
right?
I'm just saying.
Even Diddy,
Yeah.
even with all the stuff that's going
Yeah.
on right now, he
I was
like
a big fan of
That
Diddy,
time,
yeah.
though? Oh, dude.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like he was, I would listen to like
Daddy, yeah.
his the Bad Boy records, you know.
I did too, yeah.
So all that, even like 50 Cent. 50 Cent
Cent,
was a
yeah.
big. His first album was like, yeah, I got that on
bro,
repeat.
Lyrics
All,
that I
all
tried-
those mainstream rappers.
Yeah.
Nelly,
Nelly,
Oh,
Ludacris,
bro.
Nelly,
yeah.
with the Saint Lunatics,
Saint
that was my
Lunatics.
jam.
I feel
Yeah.
like people, they get love, but people don't realize the impact Luda and Nelly had.
They don't, man.
Those
But
guys
it
are-
depends on the age. It depends on the
Yeah.
age.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like if you talk to your uncles, the one you were on the other podcast with, you know what I mean? They probably, you know,
Dude,
they probably
Luda
listen to the
was
same music.
Luda.
You know?
Oh,
yeah.
oh my gosh. He really showed me like how a character
Yeah, he's
you
so
gotta
Right.
be, you know?
Oh yeah.
And then Nelly, melodies, dude. Melodies on
mainstream,
Yeah.
like crazy. Yeah.
You seen Ludacris's music videos? So super theatrical.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
a little mini, like
Mini.
Michael Jackson. How he used to do
Right,
his
right.
like
Yeah.
theatrical music videos.
He does a lot
It's
of
like
that.
that, you know.
That's right.
Like yeah, like those are my main.
That's what I
Main
mean. You
influences,
could
I
really
guess.
tell our age
Yeah.
with our influences and stuff.
Yeah.
But we're not that far off.
not
not-
that
we're
far.
not,
Maybe
yeah.
like a generation away. You know what I mean?
You know what I think it is I think you guys are right. I started so much later.
In music, yeah.
In music. So it was almost I was very influenced by who was popping at that time.
Right.
Right.
You know, trying to figure out like, hey, how can I?
Yeah.
Because my biggest issue was I would always write, but I never wrote to a beat.
That's
Okay.
true.
So I didn't
Okay.
understand how to condense my lines, and then also like my flow.
Flow. I was gonna
Right.
say your flow. Yeah.
Okay.
So I learned that later on.
So
as I
how'd
got
you
going.
learn that? Like
Just practice.
practicing
dude.
it? Yeah.
Like just kept going. I mean, my girl, I'll say Bianca,
Okay.
and my brother.
Cool.
Um,
Ice.
when I was
Okay.
yeah, I see. When I was in the Philippines,
Uh-huh.
my brother and I shared a room, and then Bianca would sleep over at times.
Yeah, yeah.
sure.
And it would be 3 a.m. and I'm awake
Yeah, yeah.
with practice at 6:30
Dang.
because
Dang.
I was so focused on music.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
This is early on in my career, but me just over and over just writing and
Yeah.
then
Oh,
just
man.
repeating. Oh, how's this sound? I'm very big on like intonation.
Yeah, yeah.
When I come in,
I
so
see that.
Oh yeah.
and they're always like, dude, can you please just shut up? Just go to sleep,
yeah.
please.
Yeah.
There are a few months
Yeah.
like that. So
Okay.
I'm just kind of like dude that whatever I'm into, like I go all in.
Right.
On that.
But yeah, it took me a while to figure
Yeah.
out my lines and everything.
Okay.
I thought like, did you do this? Like, I would write my rhymes, and then for certain intonation, like I'll do like a little
Oh,
mark,
yeah,
a little
yeah.
dash, or a little like dot. You know,
Yes,
pause
yes.
a little
Yeah.
bit.
For
or
sure.
if you're prolonging like a word, you put more,
More
letters.
letters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a recording session last night, and I was showing her who I was recording last night. Like, if you write lyrics, you gotta put that, or else you're gonna forget
That's
it when
right.
you do
Right.
record
That's
it.
right.
Unless your memory's really
Yeah,
good.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
talented people like that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's very true. Like I have, if you see my lyrics, like if you see 2 commas, that means there's a little bit more of a pause.
Yeah.
You know,
Pause,
just
yeah.
stuff like that.
Or I'll just put like I'll make them further apart from
yeah.
You have to, you know.
Yeah.
You have to do all that stuff.
You do. And another part of my recording process was like, I would know this because I like to record on my own a lot.
Okay.
Also because in the Philippines, I was always in the studio with Q York,
Okay.
which was such a blessing. Shout out to them.
Shout out, man.
They really showed me how to open up. Like, you could rap, but how do you lift? How do you make your voice a little higher? Where do you go
crazy.
higher,
Yeah,
lower?
Right.
But yeah, it was. Damn, what was I getting into? This liquor
You're good.
got
You're
me,
good.
man.
You're good. I know. It. Cheers. Let's take a
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
So now that like you're a little older and mature, how did your music evolve from when you were 20 to now? I'm sure that's a big leap, Guider.
Wow.
It is. But I love where I'm at musically.
Ooh.
But at the same time, I don't make music as often.
Yeah.
I'm gonna butcher this quote, so I'm not gonna
Okay.
quote it word for word. But I remember hearing Lauryn Hill say, because she only dropped one album, really,
That's crazy.
but it was
bro.
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they still talk about
And
it.
they still
Yeah.
talk about it. And she said, like, you have to live life to be able to make music because that is where your art comes from.
Right.
So I don't drop too often. I know it gets frustrating for RS.
You're good, you're good.
Um,
You want those audience to miss you, bro.
That's true. So it's it's definitely impacted me. Like I have a lot of stuff on family, stuff like Chop Chop. That's really just the growth of your mind.
yeah.
Because you're right. Like what I talk about back then compared to now, even my opinions on certain things. Like I've seen the shift,
Yeah.
and I try to just keep an open mind to it.
And I'm sure
That's cool, man.
your listeners see that shift
That's
too.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Like
true.
he doesn't rap about that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, your day ones will keep
appreciate that,
listening.
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? And then you'll gain new
Followers, new
listeners
listeners,
too.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah. It's and it's kind of cool because I feel like although streaming, if you're not an artist, you don't know this, but you don't make any money off streaming sites. You need so much,
So
to,
much,
like,
bro.
make pennies.
Yeah.
But
So That's why we really don't do it for the
Yeah,
money.
Right,
exactly.
right.
But it does open you up like
Yeah.
to the world.
Right.
So it's just cool, I think, to see people that are close to you or that do have love for you just continue to support you. I think that's fun. And I try
Do
to
you
make
get
that.
discouraged if there are no streams?
I used to.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, I used to. But I learned a big lesson when I was in the Philippines because when I got into it, there were three main kind of like groups trying to take me after I
Dang.
dropped that first album. No,
Wow.
they're
Like
not-
record labels?
Like clicks, like groups.
Oh, like
Clicks,
groups.
yeah. And they were big. Like
You can't name them? You can't drop
I,
them?
I, could drop- I could- I
Death
could-
Threat.
I can name drop because they all show me so much love, dude.
Oh, cool.
So after my EP, I got into this contest for this guy Picasso and Turf
Oh,
Entertainment.
Picasso's good.
Okay.
And I tied for I was either first or second. We tied, whatever. And then even after that, because of basketball, I met up with Crazy Kyle.
Crazy
Rap
Kyle.
Stallion. So
Okay.
I got on an episode for him.
It's a bunch of Fil-Am artists in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I heard of Crazy Kyle.
Yeah.
And they're big, like very big.
During that
underground
time,
following.
they were
Yeah,
huge,
during
yeah.
that time. That was their era, really.
Right.
Like the Fil-Am. There
Is this
there
early
was a
2000s or
Fil-Am
when was
this?
movement.
This is like mid 2000s?
Like later 2000s, but
Yeah.
they were popping like right
Around that
before
time.
even I started.
Okay.
So I was really close to. I was already working with Turf Entertainment
Turf
for
music,
a while.
yeah.
And then I had
Picasso's.
Q York, who was kind of like
Mentoring you,
yeah,
kind of,
mentoring
yeah.
me, but we weren't sure yet. And then Crazy Kyle sang, and they showed a lot of love too.
Right.
I ended up going with Q York, signed an X deal with them, and
Dang.
it was huge. But even before that, there was another guy. I won't say his name because I don't want to. He's a great dude, but I don't want to throw any shade. But he was like, "Hey, if you go with these guys, you'll make music you like,
Uh-huh.
but you're not gonna make any money. If you come with me, we literally had to sit down at a restaurant,
That's hard.
and he's
That
like,
is hard.
"You go with me, you're making money, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we're doing some jingles, some stuff that you might not like, but you're gonna live off music.
So basically, like selling out
yeah,
in a way,
Basically, yeah.
right? Selling
Basically.
that
Who,
out.
you want to make jingles, bro?
bro, that's what I was saying. I'm
Bro,
like,
the Snoop Dogg did a Grubhub or a DoorDash one.
I
bro.
produced a jingle in the Philippines. It
How
paid
was
me.
it?
It paid me good.
Yeah.
It paid me good. Yeah,
how do
it's
you
great.
feel about the product?
I'm a producer, so I don't care. As long as I make the
I see what
music,
you're
I give it
Because
to
there's
the
no
artist.
face to put
Yeah,
it
yeah,
on.
yeah.
If it's a
Got
face,
you.
you
I
know
see
what I
what
mean?
you're
But
saying.
if you're the face, ding
Right.
ding ding ding.
Yeah.
ding.
Yeah. That's what you remember. They'll remember you by.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's very cheesy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. So that was kind of that first hit I got of like, oh, business first
Yeah.
art.
Art, yeah.
And then when I was doing stuff with Q-York, I love my first single with them, Canto Style, but at the same time,
Okay.
I knew it was pangmasa. You know,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Okay.
Explain
It's-
what for pangmasa means.
like this really was to kind of get me out there, to get me known. It got on, dude. It
Like
got on
mainstream.
TV.
That's-
Yeah, very
That's
Mainstream.
mainstream.
tough, huh?
Would you say your style is mainstream or would you say that?
I think my flow is very mainstream.
Okay.
I think I have like a delivery that is very easy. Like it appeals to
Okay.
any ears,
right.
really.
Right.
Your first album is straight up like hip hop,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
The transition album.
Yeah.
Yes. That Fil-Am album was like just me pouring out my heart
Yeah.
and experiences.
Was the Canto style track in that album too?
No,
No,
it was
that's-
before. So it was the first one that really kind of garnered attention for
Yeah,
me.
because that song was fun, bro. Like it
Yeah,
made me
thank
hungry,
you.
bro. I was like, they want to eat some of these. Like,
Bro, and then like, yeah, that opened me up so much. I got on JR's tour.
because of
which
that
was
song.
You know
Kind
J-
of, because
you
of
I
know
know
Q-York.
JR, the
Yeah.
R&B,
Yeah,
Prince of
Prince,
R&B
yeah,
in
yeah.
the Philippines, right?
So Q York really, and again, I show a lot of love because Q York was the one that asked JR like, "Hey, can this dude perform?"
Yeah,
I
yeah.
performed once, and he was like, "Yeah, keep him on." And then that music video, it was like a one shot.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
a one
music
shot.
video.
Oh,
So that
wow.
was super fun. But at the same time, I knew like, there's more to me than
being
yeah.
The
that
massa,
dude.
yeah.
But I love that song. It served its purpose.
yeah.
But me as a lyricist,
yeah.
I'm like,
yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
you know,
So okay,
I think every artist or MC has to go through that.
Yeah.
that crossroad.
that's true.
Whether you want to make money or, unless you just got you're just so talented or you got lucky that you made it doing you.
That's true.
which
very
it
difficult.
happens too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens, yeah.
I try to like I had a little dabbles in there like I know it's about food, right? And Philippine culture, but at that time the pork barrel scam was huge. So
The what?
it was like in the government where I believe they were like refunding
Ooh.
money. Something like that.
Politics.
Yeah, it's just some politics.
Yeah.
So I have one. It's like I want barbecue pork, not pork in the barrel.
So you got some shots in there,
got a
you know,
little bit,
some little sublims in there.
yeah.
All right, I see you now.
I was like, I gotta get something in here,
see
you
it
know.
now.
That's true.
But only people in the culture will kind of
Yeah.
get it. You know
So
what I mean?
so it is cool like now where I have songs like Da Da Na
Yeah.
where I'm kind of opening it up, even non-Filipinos. Like it's kind of crazy because one of my friends who's Chinese was
Is
like,
listening
bro,
to
that's my favorite song. of
Which
yours."
one?
Da Da Na.
I don't know, with,
even with AJ.
Yeah,
when-
dude, that's one of my
AJ.
favorite songs.
you,
Let me
brother.
just say Tarana and Walis, bro. Walis, I got that on
thank you,
repeat,
man.
bro.
Thank you.
That song is fire, bro.
Your
Thank you,
kids
brother.
would probably like that. Too.
Yeah. Not the music video, dog.
Where'd you guys shoot that?
In Antipolo,
Antipolo,
actually,
okay.
yeah. So it was a resort. The guy also owns like his family owns like Santa Lucia Mall.
Oh shoot.
So we did a music video with Q York and the Philippine All Stars Mallin,
Yeah.
which was
Filipino, the dancers?
yeah, bro.
You remember there's a really popular dance video back in the days? Philippine All-Star.
Yeah,
Where they
think
threw
so.
him and they pull him?
yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
them. That's
So that's the
them,
first time I was like, whoa,
Whoa,
this
that's
is crazy.
That was him?
yeah. Them.
That was them.
yeah.
Okay.
They had like cranes.
Oh,
we shut
snap.
down half the mall. I was like, okay,
You guys
this is
shot in the
big.
mall too?
Yeah.
For that? Okay.
Yeah. But then that same owner let us use the resort
Yeah,
he
yeah.
has.
Oh, okay.
It's crazy,
Philippines
man.
is
Bro.
connection, bro.
Yeah.
yeah.
If you have
for
connection to the Philippines, you can do anything.
sure. yeah.
That Walis like that sounds sick. It reminded me like of a Tyga song.
Tiger
You know what I mean? Like
song,
like Tyga switch lanes. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
sounded like that. You know?
Thank you, brother.
It was dope, bro. I like it.
It was definitely me trying to bring like some type of hyphy sound to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Philippines.
That's right. Yeah.
yeah. So it was
So if you made it big in the Philippines, I know you made it, but like if you made it big, would you have stayed there?
yes. I would have. It. I mean, I think
Like
we all can-
mainstream
yeah,
rapper.
It's
all.
just finance. That's really all.
It's
it is,
really
dude.
all about that. Yeah.
Because I loved it there. I
Yeah.
had all
Yeah.
the connections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the same time, man, like everybody I knew in music was no longer with their wife or with their baby mom.
Okay.
So
You're
especially,
a loyal one.
I was like, dude, if I stay here, I don't know.
The temptation
The
is
temptation
real.
is
Yeah.
bro.
Because it was
real,
wild,
huh?
man.
It's real,
It's
yeah.
real.
Oh,
And I'm
man.
not even I never got to like big. I was on the
Creeping.
way.
You're creeping.
So if
in
I'm
there.
already getting this
Yeah.
here, I
Yeah.
can only imagine up here, you know?
Yeah.
And I just
And I know how the whole like Fil-Am scene in the Philippines. It's crazy.
it is crazy. It is.
You go broke
Oh, bro.
because every
yes.
night these guys are just
Drinking.
drinking, partying, just spending money.
Yeah.
It
I
seems
ended
like
up-
it's easy to go broke.
Because you're always thinking about dollar to pesos.
right.
Yeah.
You're like, I can afford this. This is nothing.
That's why
compared
when
to-
we move to the Philippines, you have to look at pesos only.
right.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of like I had
A
so
lot of
much,
pesos
Nah. But I had so much help from family.
from
like
family. Yeah.
my mom and dad, they were like killing themselves out here just to
Yeah.
keep me out there. So
Same.
especially with college too. So it just felt like it was time to come back. And it was honestly, I never like it was a tough time, dude. That
No,
first 2
Philippines
years
is
coming
hard,
back
yeah.
here, I had such a difficult time. I didn't even make music.
Yeah.
Just trying to
Why,
get things
why was
done.
it tough? Is
I had such a good life out there. like,
But you know those times where you become broke too.
oh, bro.
I'm like, where do I get like
Yes.
200 pesos? You know,
Yes.
there's times like
in
that.
the Philippines?
oh yeah,
You think you're living the life, but there's moments where like I gotta borrow
Yeah.
yeah.
500 from my aunt who doesn't even
Because
have
you're not working
money.
at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay, I
man.
get it.
And that was the tough part. Was like I'm already getting help,
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
and I was making money. Like I wasn't making crazy money, but
Mm-hmm.
I was making like 3 times the normal salary there because I
Right,
was
right.
teaching English.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Side.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah,
still
yeah.
different, right?
Still different. Yeah, my wife was going to school at the time, so all that money was really going towards her education. And
Yeah.
I was just there were times, man, where
I know
you're
what you
like,
mean.
and then if you convert it, you're like, dude, I don't even have $5. Like
I know
gotta
what
wait
you
till my
mean,
next
bro.
Paycheck.
I know
Like,
what
this
you
is
mean.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
I remember, like I said, I used to like find like 500 pesos,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I have to borrow from my aunt who don't even have money.
Yeah.
And she has to borrow that 500
From
from
someone
someone
else,
else.
yeah.
So I was like, so that's
Shout
why.
out, Tita.
Shout out. That's why whenever I go back home, like I give her my blessings too.
I
You
feel
know,
you.
Yeah.
here's 500.
Here's what I owe you. That's it.
Now shout out to you for all
Shout
the
out,
ones who
Tita.
helped me, man.
What's the longest you stayed out there, Dina?
In the Philippines?
Yeah.
Maybe when I was a kid, probably like a year at a
Okay.
time.
Okay.
How
How old were you at that time?
This guy didn't live in the hood,
I
man.
didn't live in the hood, bro.
That's fine. No
So I was,
BF for
I
a
was,
knock.
I was in a
Oh, okay. Okay.
So Aris always has this story that he tells when I visit him. Like we'd roll up in our car, and I was always come in like a shirt, right? And then his mom would dress him up in the tux.
Because they're like the rich side of the family.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they would visit us and we would dress up. Like,
I feel you. I know what you mean.
put
Yeah.
all
yeah.
over our faces. Like,
that's still like,
your
yeah.
cousin is here.
Yeah.
We
I
roll
can
up,
see
so
it.
we play, and I always come home dirty, bro. Like you were rolling in the dirt. What are you doing?
Yeah.
But eventually his family started buying like properties in the hood.
Right.
Oh.
And we
okay,
made
okay.
it into apartments.
Yeah, so
I see.
that's where we stayed at when I was dating my wife still.
Okay.
So I would stay there in the other barangay, Rembo.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Rembo.
It's just same as where ours.
It's
live.
crazy
Yeah.
because
Sembo.
the hood is literally one highway across from
Yeah.
Surrendra.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's, so
You're
when
literally
people when we
neighbors to
say
it.
we're from there, they're like, "Oh, you guys are rich." I'm like, "No,
Nah,
we're not.
Depends where
Yeah.
you're looking.
yeah.
We're like 2 steps away from the richness." Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Do you still go back to the Philippines?
Yeah, I've been there because I was there through college.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, when I was here before I moved there, I wouldn't say I was shy, but
Mm-hmm.
I was definitely to myself a little more than I am now.
Okay.
So a lot of my really really close friends are from the Philippines.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
So maybe this is probably the 4th year in a row that I'm going back. I'm going back in June.
Dang,
because of
every
a wedding.
year, man.
Okay.
So it's like I'm
Oh,
a
another
best
wedding?
man or a groomsman.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm a best man. I'm gonna be there in
Wow.
Awesome.
June. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
That's great, man.
Oh my
I'm just
God.
kidding.
Yeah,
That's cool, man. So
Yeah.
you guys are there. You guys are there
every year.
every year, man.
year.
That's
also,
cool.
also because my wife's family still.
Right.
That's true.
So,
Same with
okay.
me. Same
That's
with
cool.
you too.
Yeah, same. Yeah, my wife's dad there and her siblings. So when we're there, we're staying with them.
So
We should all go together.
Man, that would be amazing. Do you guys have a favorite spot that you've
like food place or just places?
or yeah, even on your vacation where you're like, because we've been to a few. Like we went to Cebu this last year. That was amazing.
Beautiful in Cebu.
Yeah, Palawan we did the year prior with the kids.
I'm basic, bro. So I just Boracay. You know.
Boracay. But the guy that's not basic. Boracay is beautiful.
yeah,
Boracay is beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful out there.
But you know that's like the spot that everyone goes to. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
I had my honeymoon in Boracay. Beautiful place.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. What year was that?
2015. Right after I graduated, 2015, I got married. Yeah.
Amazing.
I waited for. My wife waited. Actually, she's the one who waited for me to graduate. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So you met Bianca in the Philippines.
Yeah,
I kind of want to know the story. But before I asked you that, I was watching your Wally's video. She was in the music video.
Yeah.
Did you meet her from like music?
No.
Because you're such a star.
No. So she already had. Yeah, we already had our first kid.
Oh, in Wally's.
Elise.
Okay.
Yeah. And I remember telling the directors too. Shout out to them, Mark and Meme. They
Wait, Maymay shot your video?
Yeah,
I know
Quetzalian.
Maymay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Long
that's
hair,
right.
Maymay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of trained him to go to the gym.
Man, that's crazy.
He's a model now.
I know.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And then
Shout out, Maymay.
And then Mark, he was already doing a lot of work with like
Mark who?
Ginolos.
Okay.
He was already doing a lot of work with either ABS or GMA. Just back end camera work.
Okay.
But yeah, they did my Canto style video and they did Valis. But shoot, what were we talking about?
How'd you meet Bianca?
Oh yeah. So with Walis, we already were together.
Okay.
But I remember telling Mark and Meme, yo, she's in this, but don't don't put it in there too much, all right? Like, people about to be asking me about who this girl is. So I'm like,
You need a video picture, bro?
yeah, dude. I'm like,
Okay, I
I
get
don't want to
it.
get any questions about her. Like, who's that girl? Like, nah, that's
yeah.
mine. That's mine.
All right.
This story's kind of funny.
Okay.
A little embarrassing, but I don't mind sharing
Do it. Do it.
So she went to Slamber, which is like a very
Yeah, we know.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's a good school. I went to Emilio Aguinaldo College. Shout out. They're great, but not on Slamber's
San
level
Benito's not
at
bad.
all.
Okay.
But her cousin was dating this guy that was going to Emilio Aguinaldo at the time, and we both were in the pageant. I was
Beauty pageant.
Pageant, right. RS did that too. We'll show his photo
there you
after.
go. I didn't see those photos.
Shoot. Oh man.
Yeah, so she ended up coming when it was the first day of the.
The pageant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
because it's like a
pageant.
3-day event. Yeah,
Yes, that's right.
yeah. That's cool.
So yeah,
Bro.
but she went on a date or two with actually our star player for
Oh,
college.
okay.
Yeah. So I was already like, I don't know how far y'all like are into this.
Yeah.
But a seat opened up next to her when we were all drinking afterwards. And I got to
There you go.
spit that game, just a little bit of Bay
Got
Area
it.
game. But yeah, so
Shoot.
ended up talking to her. She
Yeah?
was super cool.
Yeah.
I didn't ask for a number because I
Okay.
wanted to, like, pull, what is it? Push and pull,
Yeah.
right?
How was he gonna get into contact with her though?
So 2 days later, she had her friend hit me up.
Ah.
So she had
I
to
mean, you guys
find my
have-
number.
Then you're like, I got this.
yeah.
How long were you in the Philippines during this time? Were you still fresh?
About a year.
Oh, you're still Bay Area.
Yeah.
A year in.
You lose it after like the third year, bro.
Yeah. About a year
Okay.
and a half in. And when I got to the Philippines, I was in a relationship.
Oh.
A
Okay.
girl here.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, so that was tough.
Shoot.
But it just wasn't working out.
that's too hard, man.
It was tough.
Yeah, long distances.
Not just
can
long
be tough.
distance, but the time difference. That was
Yeah.
tough. Yeah.
So I would struggle because I wanted to be loyal,
Yeah.
I would struggle just making calls because I have
Class.
practice
Yeah.
at 6 a.m., 6:30.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
staying up to try, like you said, that time difference was killing
Crazy.
me.
Yeah.
So it actually was a blessing that we ended up going our separate ways.
Okay.
She's good. She's happy from what I know. So,
What's up?
Shout out.
Just kidding.
so
No,
yeah,
no.
like, we both ended up with the people we're supposed to.
Yeah.
be.
Right.
That's how I see
Exactly.
it. But yeah, so that's how
That's
we
cool,
started,
man.
dude.
This
So
was
you've been on
what,
a pageant too, huh?
yeah, I mean, all of us has been there.
I gotta see
couple
those
of
pictures, dude. Yeah.
Listen, if you're a Fil-Am, do you have to go do it?
For my, I joined two.
Bro, that's
okay.
the headshots that you guys take is wild, bro.
But you know what's crazy about Philippines? They really give it all.
Yeah.
Like, I respect that about the Philippines. Like, this event is not just like what we have here.
That's
they
right.
really like go all out. Like
Very true.
their costumes are. Dude, I just went to SM and bought like a pamaypay.
Yeah.
And I just put it here. That was like awesome. And these people had like wings
yeah.
and like crazy. I'm like, what? That's
yeah.
Wow. So they go all out. It's like a cosplay.
when you look at it from here, you're like, that's so corny. But when you're there, you're like, it's
Wow,
different.
this is-
You're
yeah.
like, wow.
Like this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
What did you do did you have a talent portion?
I sang.
Oh,
For
that makes sense.
for my second one, I sang like a goodbye song to all my professors.
Hey!
And they were all like really touched by that.
Man, that's
I was
dope.
really close to my teachers and all that stuff. Yeah.
That's good, man.
I was Mr. Congeniality, bro.
Woo! So you got far, dude.
Yeah.
You did well.
I thought I was gonna win, but yeah.
I didn't do that good.
What place?
I didn't do that good.
What did you place?
Third. My
okay.
answer was
Oh,
wrong.
that's podium,
I
bro.
said something wrong. I said something, but that's off
Did you
the
hit him
camera.
with your bouquet?
That's off the
Hit
camera.
him with your bouquet of flowers?
It was a fun experience, though. It was a fun experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't always win in life,
gotcha.
you know.
Yeah, man, and it's really the experience. I feel like, man, just when you talk about experiences, I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, I've lived a crazy life.
Right.
Yeah. Are you talking about in the sense of in the Philippines or just in general?
Just in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just this alone is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
for us three to be here from,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, wow, how did this...
I
Destiny,
agree
bro.
with you, bro.
Destiny. It's destiny.
Do you have any message for like Fil-Ams who do want to go to the Philippines?
Do it.
Do it, huh?
Do it.
Yeah.
Like, that's honestly my one message. Because living here, you get that taste of your Filipino side, but it's different when you live out there. You know, when I grew up, like I was first generation born here,
Okay.
so in my first language was Tagalog.
Okay.
But once I got into school, I kind of lost it.
Yeah.
For sure.
But now I think about like this next generation, right?
Like your kids and stuff.
Yeah. Now I'm more American than my parents were.
Yeah.
So it's such a struggle to like really impart.
So do
that
you
Filipino culture.
teach your kids Tagalog, or how does this work?
Yeah, that's the good thing about like having. I mean, we all are kind of in that same
Exactly,
situation
yeah,
where our wives are from the Philippines.
We don't have to teach them Tagalog, right? Because Cess talks to your kids Tagalog. No.
Sometimes it's mostly in English. I think it depends.
It's hard.
It
It's
depends.
hard.
It depends. Yeah.
Because for them, it's almost like they're trying to adapt to here, and
Right.
for us, we're like,
We're already here. Yeah, we're trying to adapt to them.
exactly.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
That's such a struggle for
Yeah.
us.
And at the same time, you don't want to force them.
Yes,
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So it is a struggle, man. To like
I think
really
just
keep
let
that.
it flow.
Um.
I think they're gonna understand Tagalog either way.
Well,
Yeah.
like my youngest, he doesn't understand it as well as my
that's-
eldest.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a trip, and I'm actually gonna have this in like the next EP. I have I'm trying to work
Oh.
on a Fil-Am 2 EP.
Dang. Let's
So I have
go.
some stories that I wanted
Nice,
to have like
bro.
stories. Thank you.
That's my
Watch
next
out
question.
for that. Watch
That was
out
my
for
next
that.
question. Are you working on anything right now?
There you
just
go.
answered it for us.
Well,
You're
I gotta
working
work
on
on
EP.
rest more, man. I've been lagging on stuff, but
You better inspire me, man. I'm getting too old.
but they speaking of like the language, the culture.
Yeah.
There's certain words that we use often, right? Like, you know, ligo, like
Ligo,
yeah.
or-
Right.
Kaina,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know, stuff like that. So
Like the basic stuff like that.
yeah, so
Yeah.
like with my daughter, it was hella funny because I think it was first grade or second grade.
Mm-hmm.
She came home from school. I picked her up. She was like, "Mom, Dad, how come you guys didn't tell me that was a Tagalog word?" And we're like, "What are you talking about?" And she was like, I asked my friends like,
Ligo.
"Do they have a tale?" And they were like, "What is tale?" Like,
That's true, because they don't know. Yeah.
yeah, but we just use it so loosely.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Right.
So that's where I kind of still see the culture, but it's tough, man. And I think that's also why we do try to have them there every year.
Right.
That's
I see.
true.
Now.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good one. Like Dino's like sisters, they're like married to white dudes.
Yeah.
But they still understand Tagalog.
That's good.
Little bit,
Yeah,
little
they
bit.
still do because when we were growing up, my parents would talk to us in Tagalog, and
Yeah.
we just my mom would, and we would just reply back in English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, and then that kind of like we kind of learned two
That's right.
languages from
Yeah, right.
from that. You know what I mean? And that's cool. I mean, and it's ever since marrying like a girl from the Philippines, you've been immersed in the language. You know what I mean? So I could speak it a little bit better now, even though it's a little more broken.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
fine,
But when
man.
you're in the Philippines, when you're in there for like 2 weeks, you kind of like get it
Yeah.
back. you
Even
know
just for a week, you're like,
Yeah.
"Pare, what's up?"
yeah, bro.
And when you come back here, you're like a papa.
Yeah, bro.
even though it's just for a week, bro.
I have a hard time, man. Like, I try to speak as much Tagalog as I can, especially because of work. So,
Yeah.
Right.
I market, I manage in healthcare. So, I'm speaking to, like, a lot of the people that are my clients, they're like titas.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You know, so I'll speak Tagalog, and I can just see them like, like,
Yeah.
this guy knows how to speak Tagalog,
Yeah,
but he
yeah.
has a pretty thick American
Yeah,
accent.
yeah,
And the thing is,
Uh,
English in the Philippines is different too.
That's true. Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
nowadays they could speak really well English now, but there's a different tone. I don't know what it is.
Really?
I really don't know what it is.
I think it's also like English compared to conversational English.
Yeah.
Like they
Right.
use words like inquire, you know?
Oh yeah,
Like
like
here.
proper English.
Yeah,
you never
proper
use
English.
You'd be like, here, you'd be like, can I know about?
Like
And you'd
even
like,
even English that'll give you nosebleeds.
But it's cool though. Like when I hear like when they call centers,
yeah.
and I'm
yeah.
like that. It's really proper English,
Right.
That's right.
which we don't use. We
Right.
don't use proper English.
Yes. And then certain words where it makes sense, like
Right.
comfortable comes from comfort.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there they say comfortable.
Comfortable.
yeah.
Makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for us, we're just like, hey,
Comfortable,
we're
yeah,
comfortable.
yeah.
You know? So
That's
But
a whole
here-
different
yeah.
topic.
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
But like with Fil-Ams, I think Fil-Ams is like, especially if you listen to rap, like like me, I'm very loose with the language. You know what I mean? Like,
Gotcha.
I don't like speak like perfectly, and of course in professional settings, you have to.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
You got to program, you got to turn that
That's
switch
right.
on. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
you choose.
But like when you're with your homies, with your
Oh,
boys, you
yeah.
got to turn that other switch. You know
That's
what I mean?
right, yeah.
You know?
That's why it's hard, bro.
Right.
It is, man. It is.
And then when I go to the Philippines, I have to use a different
Right.
style of
That's right.
of speaking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So-
Like even when I talk to like ates or titas at work,
Or a church.
like
or
your
some-
English has to have a sing-songy Filipino. Tita, how
gotta
are
go
you?
like
You know what I mean? You know?
That's so true.
That
Right?
is
You
true.
know?
Yeah.
And then they they talk.
Yeah.
He's talking to me.
Yeah. But with the internet now, like I've noticed it a lot ever since I've been going back. Man, like all these kids, they all speak English, dude.
Good,
like
good English.
Yeah, and it's conversational because
Yeah.
they're just hearing it, watching it on TV. You're just like,
Yeah.
Because
"Whoa,
before,
this is
only
crazy."
kids who went to like good schools
Yes,
could speak
that's right.
good English. But now even I have cousins in the hood
Yeah, same.
speaking good English, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
What happened? You know what I mean?
I agree. That's one thing that I'm like back and forth with because when I went to college out there, a lot of the classes were taught in English.
Right.
Right.
And in my mind, I'm like, all right, I already have a leg up because of that. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, you're kind of like, I wish I would hear everything in Tagalog. And there were only a few colleges that would do that. So I would go back and forth with my wife, like, I think they should speak Tagalog. I think you guys should really embrace that Tagalog language because it's getting lost too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Tagalog now is different than it was back then.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But at the same time, that's why we're able to adapt when we leave that country.
That country, because we're so good at it.
Exactly.
Yeah, because in my school too, they want you to speak English.
Right? Yeah.
I'm like, cool.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But after 4, 5, 6 years there, you'd be like
Yeah.
my mother-in-law. She's like, "You're so good in Tagalog now." I'm like, "Thank you." Like, thanks.
Not even salamat.
I know.
Thank you.
Salamat
Thank you.
po. So when you do make your music, do you want your audience to be more Filipino, or do you want it to be just like for everyone?
I think at first that was my struggle was like when I was in the Philippines, not that they would shun me for it, but you're different, you know?
Right.
So I'm trying to make music that caters to people there, but I'm
Yeah.
speaking English, you know, like they already know, like, yo, I'm not.
I went through that same
Yeah.
thing, bro.
So I would say like you're thinking that your music only caters to other Fil-Ams, right? Like, would you
I
say
think-
that you felt that way?
I felt like it was a lot more accepted by people that weren't from the Philippines at first. But I think what they notice is like, yo, this guy's really trying to like, you know, merge.
Transition,
Yeah. And then now it's like, I just love that I don't worry about my audience.
Yeah.
Same here, bro. Same
Yeah.
here.
I think that's actually good, bro, because I think like your thing is about transition. Like if I want to transition into listen to Filipino rap, your music would be a good thing to listen
I see what
to.
you're saying.
You know what I mean? That is a transition for me. If I listen to more Glock 9, I don't listen to any Glock 9. But if I listen to more Glock 9, I'll listen to Lil Izzle first.
Thank you. No,
You know?
actually, that is a
That's
good point.
true.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Because even when I opened for him,
Yeah.
like that's not really a crowd that would.
We talked about that.
Yeah, like I told RS too, like, bro, this isn't really the crowd that.
we're so used to. You
Yes.
know what I mean?
Who was it? What was the crowd like?
We
It
don't
was
have-
like hip hop people, but they're from the Philippines,
Okay.
so they're really looking at like.
like
Tagalog, yeah, like-
Oh, okay.
So I don't mind it, but I think I've gotten so used to it. Like in the Philippines, people are very proper. I'm speaking English, so when I'm performing, usually they're just kind of chilling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you'll see some people kind of bob their head. And then when I got here, I just noticed, bro, like when I'm doing these events that aren't Filipino events, dude, I'm getting such a huge reaction.
More love.
More
Yeah?
love, dude. Even if I'm doing a song that has to
Yeah.
do with Philippines or has Tagalog in
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
Yeah.
they're just like, oh shit, this dude.
Because these audience came for Glock 9 for that
Yeah.
Pinoy culture. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I don't want to say anything bad, but the audience is, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel you. No, for real.
You know what I mean? Like they speak Tagalog.
Right.
They're there like with their pares and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Shout out to all of you guys. I
Yeah.
appreciate each and every single one of you guys.
And a lot of them did show love like after,
Yeah.
which is amazing. So I think that's one thing like and you've helped me with that a lot because of the type of music we make. It's like I don't really have like one type of audience. Like I literally my grandma will hit me up like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I really like this song."
Oh,
I'm like,
right,
"Oh,
right.
okay, cool.
Cool.
Thanks." Or
Tell
I'll have
me.
somebody that's
Yeah.
not Filipino.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just I'm just making
I
music.
think that's the ultimate goal, all right? Just to have anyone listen to your music,
yeah,
whether what color they are.
true. Especially for us cuz we're not in it for the money.
Right.
You know, like we're really just expressing our artistic side. So
Right.
if you like it, you like it. If not, hey, it's all good, dude. Like that is one. Did you guys ever run into that issue where you're hoping that people like what you're putting out there?
I think it's different, bro, because I think since you, like I mentioned earlier, like all your music around is authentic, and like when we were making music, we were like basically kids, and what we were rapping about, it's like the same things that like the rappers are rapping about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we were like in that weird space. You know what I mean? Like if I like, let's say like if I still made music now and I'm in like more in like your boat, you know, it would probably be a little different. But before, like we rap about, we have one of our first rap songs is called Gunshots. Right?
Like I don't know how to put it out. Like I really don't know how to
like
release
who's gonna
it.
listen
Like,
to who's gonna listen to this,
that?
bro?
Yeah.
But even then, I was still proud of what I made
for
because
sure.
it's a craft. Like I don't care like if like a bunch of people listen to like as long as my friends liked it.
Yeah.
I was cool. You
I
know
feel
what I
it.
mean?
Yeah.
I feel it.
Because like like I just made music. I just made what I like, and as long as like I live up to that. That's fine. Even though what I rapped about was like mostly cap.
Yeah. It's all
you know
cap,
what I mean?
guy. But I struggled with like releasing music. Like I wasted probably like 15 years of my career just like so embarrassed to release my music.
Because I was on it.
Like,
Maybe because
I was talking about shooting people.
yeah, like what were you embarrassed about?
I was never confident about my music.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I was always like comparing to like Jeremy Passion because we grew up in that
Yeah,
time.
that's
like
right.
Jeremy
Early
Passion is just like
late 2000s.
Reynard Silva. It's just like these Bay Area talented dudes. But I'm like, it was so tough. So when I did go to the Philippines, I'm like, this is pretty dope. They
Open
accepted
up.
me for.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're.
The era was different back then, especially like in the environment here in the States. If you're a
Bay Area?
Filipino artist, they expect you to
Play guitar,
play guitar,
acoustic,
you
or
know
to
what I mean?
sing R&B.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're like a
Gotcha.
rapper, like bro, you're not black. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was,
Yeah,
actually,
yeah,
yeah,
you're
they're
right.
still pretty
It was-
close-minded when we started.
When we started, so
doing
it was
music,
tough. Yeah. Now everyone could
Yeah.
do it. Everyone is open to do anything they
Yeah.
want.
And I see what you're saying too, because as hard as it was to like hit the masses,
Yeah.
the actual hip hop community, bro, they show love out
Yeah,
there.
they do.
Man.
Right,
Like,
right.
They see you doing your thing,
Yeah.
they'll show love.
Yeah. Like I got
love it.
fans in the Philippines who like inspires me. Like they'll message me be like, your music from back in the days like changed my. I'm like what?
amazing.
Whoa,
I'm like
man.
what? Let's do this. Like
Yeah.
I mean they'll tell me in Tagalog, but that really like touched me. I'm like what?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's what kind of pushing me back into it from time to time. Also, I feel like God always just hints. Like
Yeah.
I feel like even with my life, even outside of music,
Uh-huh.
whenever there needs to be a pivot,
Uh-huh.
I
Get a
see.
little tug.
Yes, like God will do something, or like kind of just give me something. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
interesting.
Like a little nudge.
Yeah. With music, it was like even my cousin's girlfriend. She went home to Tarlac a few years ago when Cruisin' came out, maybe
Okay.
a year later, and one of her cousins were playing Cruisin'
Yeah.
in Tarlac. That's not in Manila.
The city. That's in the
Yeah.
province.
Yeah, that's in the province.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Why are you playing that song? Do you know who that is?" She was like, "Oh no, it was on the
What?
Philippine playlist or
No
whatever."
connection.
No connection.
Let's
bro.
go.
Yes. And then she was like, "That's
Yeah.
my boyfriend's cousin."
What?
Yeah, like stuff like that. You're like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Like I don't even care if you play
Bro,
that
you
in the
cut the
Jeep.
algorithm a few
I don't
times.
even care if you play that in the Jeep, man. Just play it.
Talking about old music, I
Okay.
have this song. It's a remix to "You're a Jerk,"
You're a jerk. Okay.
but it is not. Woo! I would never release that now.
Well, let's listen to that later.
But it was about one of the scandals that happened in the Philippines. So
Okay.
Okay.
I had a lot of wordplay, a lot of stuff about women.
Yeah.
And I was in the Philippines, and they were playing it in the Jeep,
What?
No way, bro.
and I was like, "What?
You
This
made
is
it.
Crazy." I was like,
So were you legit like?
"This is crazy."
I'm a jerk. I'm a jerk. Dang.
Yeah. So a lot of crazy experiences.
I mean, we don't have like copyright for it, so
Yeah.
go play as much as you
exactly.
want.
exactly.
Like I have a song, Chill Lang, that really made it
Oh yeah,
popular.
I've
Chill
heard that
Lang.
song. Yeah.
There's a YouTube video where he did a lyric video. And he has like what 200,
More
500
views than you?
But
than
I was
your-
like, do your thing, man. Do your thing. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
I'm not gonna stop you from doing that.
Chill out. That was.
Yeah,
Is that still
it's
getting views right now?
It's still doing good.
Dope.
I made a song with my nephew Chilang, and it went trending around
That's
the world.
so
That's
dope.
crazy.
How many views does it have as of right now?
On Spotify? Almost 2 million.
Dang, bro.
Woo!
Shout out
Right?
again to Big.
That's my nephew. And then on YouTube, it's almost 1 million views.
Dang,
Man, that's amazing. Dude.
TikTok, they used it almost 50K.
Really?
It's the TikTok.
Whoa,
It's
bro.
the TikTok.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
not-
yeah. So it is cool to see how like social media impacts your artistry.
Yeah.
It's different now, dude. Ever since the SoundCloud rappers came in, and it's like, bro,
Yeah.
The market kind of got, I don't want to say saturated with rappers.
But it's
But
there's a benefit to it though, you know?
What is the benefit?
Like you're out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
Even
the
for
real
only for 15 seconds, you're out there for 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I post stuff, it's posting everywhere. It's not just
That's
on
true.
YouTube, it's on TikTok. Cause it's different audience too.
Yeah. Very different.
Like even our show, I post in every platform because it might do good on TikTok, but it's not doing good on Instagram. It's doing good on YouTube, but it's not doing good on.
Yeah.
It's a different audience.
And that's why like you really do need it. Like, if you're really trying to make it,
You gotta.
you gotta have a team, man.
Yeah.
Like you really do.
Yeah.
I was watching this one away from music, but I'll follow like some food bloggers and stuff.
Okay.
And one of them was saying like I would do this on my own my first year.
It's training.
Draining. Yes. And he was like, "There's no way I would have gotten to this point if I didn't have."
The only
other people."
reason I'm doing it now because I don't have any kids,
Mm.
so I could still do it. But if I have a kid or 2 kids,
Yeah.
how?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because right now I'm taking care of myself and my wife.
Yeah.
You know, so I could do this. That's why we have 3 cameras.
The artist is doing most of the legwork in the show.
Dino's my brain. Dino's my brain.
How do you guys like having a podcast?
It's cool, man. Like I just like we like talking to people. We like talking to each other. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I always tell everyone, like we have no expectations about this podcast. We just
Making
love
it-
conversation with old friends and new friends, man, and like putting it out there. And like the inception of this podcast, we were just on a
Three-way
three-way
call.
call with our other boy, and we were talking for like hours, bro. And I was
Gotcha.
like, dude, we could.
We could just
Yeah,
record
like
this.
what we
yeah.
talk about, I think people would like to hear about it. You know?
Yeah.
Some of what we
That's
talk
how we
about,
started,
but we started from that, and it came into fruition, and
And I'm experienced with all these stuff,
Yeah.
so why not do it?
yeah, so we started it, and it's going okay.
It's going good,
okay.
yeah.
So like we're gonna keep on doing this because it's fun.
So
Yeah.
far, our circle is all in with us. So
Gotcha.
we were trying to expand that circle.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and it got in big artists like you, bro.
Yeah, we got
man.
Izzle in the house,
Oh,
man. He's
man.
performing in a bit. Let's go.
No, I'm just happy to be here. Every time you guys like working with you that one time, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Even though it was a brief moment. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
so I helped film Izzle's La La Land video with
That's
the
right.
other
Shout
artist,
out,
Kat.
Kat.
Yeah.
La La Land.
Shout out to Kat.
And no homo, that video was sexy, bro. Sexy video, dude. It's
That's
a
a
good
sexy
video,
song.
dude.
It's a sexy song.
Thank
yeah.
you.
So and like I was proud to be part of it, even though
Yeah.
my part was small. I was like, yeah, this is a cool. This is
La
a cool
La
song.
Land is actually
Oh, man.
low key, like just
Yeah.
it's slow, but
I agree.
it's not going down.
Bro, it got that vibe.
it's
like
slowly creeping
Yeah.
up, and
yeah, dude.
I love that song.
at least it's not dying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's such a. That's one of those songs, where I'm like, I have an R&B song.
Oh, that's right.
Like,
It's
I never
R&B,
thought I'd be
yeah.
able to do
Right,
that.
dude.
And then what's tough too as an artist is like, you send your song to another artist, like, hey, get on this song.
Yeah.
I'm very big on that. Like,
Right.
one thing I will pride myself on, and I don't like to talk highly of myself too often. It just feels weird to me. But
Yeah.
when somebody sends me a song to get on, I got some fire verses on other people's songs. I really
Right.
Bahala, bro. That's
Bro, thank you. I feel humbled, man. Like I feel so honored to, like, for anybody to share their craft with me. I feel like, man, I gotta perform.
Yeah.
you gotta give your all. Yeah.
But for Kat, dude,
She
when
killed
she
it
sent
too,
that
yeah.
thing back to me, because I already wrote the first verse, the third verse.
I thought you wrote her verse too, but you said she did.
Yeah, and I was
pretty
like,
fire.
bro.
And it matched your energy, your
Yes.
style, your vibe.
I really thought that was you who wrote it.
I
Dude.
really did
Yeah.
too,
I
but she
was-
wrote it. Yeah.
She blew
Shout
it
out,
the
yeah.
water. Yeah, shout out to her. And then RS and I, we had to really work on the third verse because
That took a while.
it did.
Yeah.
Because I had her record the whole thing, but him and I were like, where does it sound right
Yeah.
to like put in our vocals?
Real talk, that song took almost 2 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because there was
That's
a
right.
time we forgot about it because the third verse, I couldn't mix it well. Remember, I told you it
Yes,
sounded
yes.
so bad that I had to make it like telephone.
That's right. Yeah.
But for some weird reason, I clicked something and it worked, and I was like, all right,
And then-
it's
yeah,
ready.
Man. And then we didn't know who to put on. Like
Yeah.
we had a few people. We thought Danny Boy might be on it.
Right,
we had
right.
a couple people in mind.
The original track name on my folder is Danny Boy.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Because even when you would send it to me,
It
Yeah.
says Danny Boy. Yeah.
but when Kat got on it, I was like, oh.
Hey, Danny Boy, man, we got to make a song together. It's been, 10 years? Because my
Man.
cousin Buds know him.
That, yeah. I
So
remember
he's
you
been
telling
trying
me.
to hook us up, but it never happened. Yeah.
No, we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna.
Now
make
that
it
we're
happen.
old.
Yes. I'm just very blessed how basketball and music has connected me to so many
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
I really see it with all my deepest connections. It's always been basketball or music. It's kind of crazy.
Because those are your passion. And if
That's a good
if we
point.
share the same passion, somehow we meet.
That is a good point.
Right.
Birds of the feather, right? They
Yeah.
always kind of gravitate
true.
to each other.
That's true. And you're super easy to work with. I mean, even
Thank you,
when
man.
we did La La Land, like you guys make it so easy to work with you. So
Thanks, man.
We gotta work on more.
we do. We do.
Yeah,
Chop,
we gotta
chop,
make
man.
that music video, man.
Yes. Yes.
You already have a script for it. It's just timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
He has a script for Chop Chop,
Oh man.
but it's just you want it in like the forest, bro.
yeah.
But I get your vision. I get it.
Not like a lot of my videos, because really music in general to me is like to bring my friends and family into
Together,
it, right?
yeah.
Like
Remember you
everybody
did
has
cruising, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
you introduced me to your circle,
yes,
Yeah.
yes, and I love you, man.
and
Oh, you
I
did the
worked
photo
with.
shoot,
I did the
yeah,
photo
yeah.
shoot for your friend, yeah.
So that was
Dope.
cool, and that's kind of where I want Chop Chop to be, where it's like we're shooting a video.
Maybe me and Dino could help.
bro,
Yeah.
please do.
Yeah,
man.
but it has to be planned
yes,
because
yes.
he wants it like
This
Especially-
year,
he
yeah.
wants it like a 3-day
It's a
event.
trip, dude.
We'll do it this year. We'll make a vacation out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, even
It
if
has
it's just
to.
a weekend or something, but
Yeah.
like I want it to be where it's like we're shooting, but at the same time,
Because
we're
you want
enjoying
it,
each
you
other's
want it
Have
raw
fun,
and
yeah.
authentic.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
especially for Chop Chop.
Yeah, it has to be, bro. It has to be.
Man,
Alright.
have you heard, Dino, the original beat that it was on?
No, I have not.
I haven't even heard the original beat.
You gave me
No,
that
you
beat.
didn't write on that beat?
No, what's the one where I made the beat making video?
It wasn't that Chop Chop beat?
That
What
was
was
the next one.
Oh, okay.
It was a different beat that he sent me.
Was
but
it totally different?
pretty
I
different?
don't remember it, man.
Yeah, and then you were like, "Oh, somebody already used it."
Oh, is that what it is?
And I was
Okay,
like,
okay.
oh,
Oh, I think you told me about that
Okay,
before.
okay. Now it's starting to
And then you
Come
were
back.
making beat making videos
on
and
the
you were like,
acapella.
yeah, and you were like, "I'm gonna put his
It makes
vocals
sense.
on,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh my!" First, I'm because you always fall in
RS
love,
is good at that though. When,
Yeah,
when
dude.
you rap and it doesn't work out, he'll make a new video. It's like, oh, this
I-
sounds
I-
better.
which was crazy.
I have so much tracks. Like I have so much artists in the Philippines still waiting like 3 years because I'm not satisfied with the beat
Yeah.
I gave them.
I get you.
So you gotta wait for the right timing, man.
Yeah. And with that one, like I fell in love with his original beat. So when I heard it on the next one, I'm like, I don't know. But then my wife, my brother, they were like, bro, this is fire.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And that's the one. That's the video where Glock 9 said.
Yes. And that was the video.
Yeah, you're like, all right, let's go on.
I'm like, man. But then when we actually performed it before it came out,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
that
right.
was the cherry
yeah.
on top, dude.
In,
Because
the
Berkeley.
Berkeley, yeah.
So it was behind somebody's house.
this?
Yeah. Some really like
Hey,
intelligent.
hey,
Bro.
hey.
Dude. Yeah. RS and I were like, yo, here? They're up here, dude.
Really?
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was such a chill setting.
Yeah.
And it was perfect for Chop Chop because
Perfect.
you really,
yeah.
you really get the audience into that one.
Yeah, yeah.
So thank you for like that compliment because
Yeah,
I love
bro.
that song.
I do
Absolutely
too.
love it.
That's like something you want your son to listen to.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Positive,
That's dope.
yeah. All right, before we get to our ending, you wanna just give us a quick snip about your album? What do we expect in here, or is it top secret?
Nah, we good. So I want to get a couple things done. Fil-Am 2.
Your
It's,
first album is called Fil-Am, right?
Yeah, that's kind of like I don't know if you call it album, EP. I'm not sure.
EP, because it had what, like 6, 8 songs?
4 songs.
Was that only 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it actually left a lot of people like, yo, I need more from you.
Yeah.
Which was cool. But yeah, so I want to do a follow-up where, because that original one was me being in the Philippines, I want this next one to be about that transition back.
Yeah.
The stuff that we have to do here, you know?
Right.
Okay.
And then I still want to do my singles with you.
Okay.
We still have a song that I haven't released.
Yeah, we do.
Because it
That's
is.
right. Yeah.
Because it's a lot deeper. It doesn't have that
It's
single
different.
vibe.
Yeah.
But I think RS brings out something in me that just no one's brought out like in my music.
You just
so.
gotta be patient, bro. I'm in a hole right now.
Bro, you're telling
I'm
me,
forcing.
dude.
I'm forcing it right now. Yeah.
Nah, it's yeah, man. Like all my music moving forward is just like Dino said. I think my age and my experience really does reflect in my music.
Right.
And I've really been into a lot of island.
You've been telling me
Like
that.
yeah, almost
Island
like a
music?
Common Kings.
Common
kind of vibe.
Kings, bro.
Okay.
Only because
J-Bug.
yeah,
Those are the
and I feel
songs,
like
bro.
it's very like timeless,
It
almost
is.
like cruising.
Why don't we get someone who's actually
Man, I'm down.
like just played the guitar or something? You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
when he got his brother on cruising.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
Seg was in cruising?
He played the lead.
Oh,
in the
the
end.
lead guitar?
Yes. Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness. The ending to cruising.
I gotta re-listen to that.
Yeah.
When he added to the ending to it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is
Oh, yeah.
completely different.
Yeah, I did.
Thank you, because I thought it wasn't gonna work.
Shout out Seg.
No, it was good. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nah, Seg is like Jimi Hendrix in that guitar,
he's
bro.
good. He's good.
so yeah, like I wanna. I'm trying to stray away from rap, but everybody keeps saying like, yo, the way you do it in the bars that you can
Yeah.
throw, never let go of rap. But I
Yeah.
definitely want to like venture into other.
Okay.
sounds
All
as
right.
well.
So that's where that's where Izzle is evolving
yeah.
into. That's
Yeah.
that's the music evolution.
That's right.
But you're
great,
still
man.
Izzle, right?
Still
Izzle.
Still Izzle.
For shizzle and nizzle.
Yeah.
Can we say that? We're not getting canceled?
We're not gonna get canceled. You have any last words to your fans? This is your camera right here.
Oh man. Hey, thank you for all the support. Please support this.
Yeah.
Any creative really, because it takes a lot to even just get this thing started.
Yes, sir.
Especially for people that aren't doing it for the money, that don't have the backing. This is just passion and love. So please keep supporting the artistry. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Thanks a lot, brother.
Thank you, man. We
Again, once
appreciate you
again,
being
thanks
here.
for blessing us with your presence here at the Slamber show, bro. I was like, really excited for this show.
Yeah.
Did
Me
not
too.
disappoint, man. This was awesome.
We had a
Thank
good
you,
conversation.
We did.
Yeah, you guys are awesome, man. Keep doing this, please. Like, don't stop. I love seeing people that I love and believe in
Yes,
do their
sir.
thing, and you guys have something special here.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Shine. This is power for the soul, rhythm full of love, purpose set in stone. You could never pull the plug. Every second of experience comes lessons for this lyricist, blessings for this lyricist, weapons for this lyricist. Thank God, point to him like a pyramid. Feel these raps, cheer a bit. No reason to go fear the kid. Just trying to steer my ship, keep it real and reel the fish. Hope to eat a bit, reap a bit by killing like the Reaper did. Grim times never could really dim thy outlook on life. I keep climbing, that's inclined to preach. See, I'm trying to reach every heart, every mind, every dreamer losing sleep. Ironic, I'm on it, wanna be iconic through Sonic. I play the games, I'm no novice, chase golden rings like I'm Sonic, yeah. See, even through the struggle, I stay luminous. I just do this shit, I just shine. See, the life that I'm paving ain't got no time for no wasting. I ain't in scrubs, got no patience. I gotta get it, yeah, shape it or take it. Blow the roof off my own expectations, no hesitation. Any doubt, I got it locked in the basement. I got that sauce, got that flavor. Spiked like it's Cajun. Food for thought, come and taste it. I be fixing the plates here. Laughs with my crew despite the cracks on the pavement. I mean, road to success, I be shaking and baking. Dedicated, working like I'm crazy. Life's a masterpiece, even if the painting's tainted. Trying to show the signs so the truth and reality I shine is defined by our mind, not the salary. Success and the triumphs, our passion, our actions, our failures and steps that we take to get past them. See, even through the struggle, just stay luminous. Homie, do that shit. Just shine.
All you wanna do is go and stress me. And ain't really here for all that. All these little people try to test me. I just keep it chillin', fall back. I am too strong up top. My mental unlock. I take a deep breath, reset. I call the shots. All you do is talk, talk. There's a door, walk, walk. Don't stop, keep it moving, hurry up, chop, chop.